Okay, it's me, Dwight Agnor again. Welcome back to part 2 of Build Your Business by Helping Others, right? I want to share something with you, and this is very simple to understand, but it's everything. And what I'm going to share with you, you're going to find that most people have no idea of this, right? There's a saying that's very famous in the medical field. Every doctor knows this. 100% of all illness, right, starts in the gut. All illness, all disease, all pain, everything basically that goes wrong with the human body starts in the gut. Remember that. It was said by a man named Hippocrates. You can Google Hippocrates. You'll find that he's the father of modern day medicine. Every medical doctor has to take the Hippocratic Oath, right? Because everything he said is so revered, and it's as true today as it was when he said it many years ago. So, 100% of everything wrong starts in the gut. Remember that. Now, the root cause, as you've heard me say many times, the root cause of just about everything that goes wrong with you in terms of illness, I don't care if it's heart disease or cancer or migraines or obesity or depression, I don't care what it is. It's caused by inflammation. Inflammation, right? You can Google that if you want to read up on it, but inflammation is the root cause of just about everything wrong. And inflammation is caused by the food that we eat, right? So, if it's caused by the food that we eat, where's the food going? Into our gut. 100% of everything wrong starts in the gut. Now, if you can just follow this concept, everything will fall into place. Because in order to fix anything that's going wrong, you got to fix the gut. Okay? All right. Now, the average person in Southeast Asia right now, and if you're average, this is you, is carrying between 3 kg and 9 kg of fecal matter, poop, right? Stuck inside the intestines. That's because we don't eat much fiber in Southeast Asia. Very little fiber. And that's why the Singapore and Malaysia area, for instance, is rated #1 in the whole world for colon cancer. And colon cancer is caused by a diet of high fats, low fiber, right? So we need to increase the fiber. And we need to get rid of the inflammation. Okay? Are you with me so far? Now that's why Restore is so powerful, and that's why you're going to hear such amazing results. Now people will tell you, oh, this is a miracle. It's not a miracle, it's just nutrition. We're not curing anybody, it's not a medicine, it's not treating a disease, it's just cleaning out the gut. So the first thing that you see here, cleanse, right? Cleanse, energize, and restore. That's what it does. So the first thing it's going to do is to cleanse, clear out the gut, right? So the first thing you'll hear from people generally is, oh, I can't believe how good the toilet is. I'm really going to the toilet a lot. Listen, constipation is a big deal here in Southeast Asia. I've met hundreds of people through the last 7 years that have serious chronic problems with constipation. And you know that that's true, right? And most people that have problems with constipation also have other health issues that are caused by the constipation. Okay? So if you meet somebody with serious constipation, they may also have eczema or migraine headaches, or they're all fit together because all illness starts in the gut. Are you with me so far? All pain is caused by inflammation, and the root cause of most everything going on in the body is inflammation. So, omega-3s is nature's natural anti-inflammation. So if you eat inflammatory foods or foods that cause inflammation, just picture a fire burning. And the omega-3s puts out the fire, right? So your body cannot make omega-3s. You must eat it. But it's not in our food much anymore. So people are not getting enough omega-3s. So inflammation is out of control in the gut. That's what the problem is. So Restore has more omega-3s than any food on earth. So imagine when they're starting to eat all of these omega-3s, when we start to do the 16-day restoration, the inflammation starts to reduce. Simple, right? Okay. Now, there's also a lot of fiber. Listen, if you have high cholesterol, or if you know people with high cholesterol, which you do, I can tell you that their doctor has probably told them to eat a lot more fiber. Probably told them to eat oats in the morning, right? Because the fiber will lower the cholesterol. Plus, it cleanses the gut, right? It cleans out the pipes, right? The fiber is what makes you go to the toilet. So, just yesterday I had a young lady say to me, I can't believe the things that are coming out of my body. I hear things like that all the time, and you will too. In fact, if you've done the 16-day restoration, you're probably feeling effects. Number one, cleansing, right? Okay, now once you start to cleanse, you normally have more energy because you're lighter. You don't feel bogged down. You don't have that feeling all of the time, right? Now, there's also a lot of protein and antioxidants, and you can watch that on the other videos. But the two key things that really rock and roll here is the omega-3s, which reduces the inflammation, and the fiber, which cleanses the gut, starts to clear out the gut. I hope that makes perfect sense. Now, when you start to explain to people, this is all you got to explain. In fact, what I do to people often is I say to people, hey, why don't you Google whatever your issue is, omega-3s and fill in the blank. So if somebody says, I have migraine headaches, okay, let's Google omega-3s and migraine. You will see hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of results on that Google. Many of them are scientific studies and articles and medical reports, all kinds of things like that. So when you can see that and say, wow, omega-3s must have a big effect on that. Yes, and our Restore has more omega-3s than anything else in the world. Why would you not try that? It's organic. There's nothing to fear. It's food, right? Okay, so you're getting where I'm going with this. Now, here's the cool thing. You can Google omega-3s and any medical condition and have the same results. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Because omega-3s affects just about every single part of your body, and every illness, and every sickness, and every pain. So that's what I always do. I'm not a doctor. I don't know all the science here. I keep it simple. It's very simple. Let's Google. Wow, look at all these results. Guess what? You need omega-3s, and this is the most omega-3s humanly possible to eat, right? Very simple. Now, in the next section, part 3, I'm going to explain. A lot of times people will come to you and say, wow, I'm feeling hungry, or I'm feeling full, or I feel like things are actually getting worse, or I'm feeling tired, things like that. And there are reasons for that, and it won't last long. They call it a healing crisis. I don't know where they get that name, but I'm going to explain to you why each of these things is happening and how to deal with it and how to answer it. Because as you follow up on people, if people are having these things happen, they're confused. They don't know what's going on. They don't know about Chia. They don't know about any of these things. So the more you can share knowledge, the more comfortable they are. And the key is you want them to finish that 16-day restoration. Because if they do, they will never want to stop eating Restore. Okay, I'll see you in part 3.